Good afternoon, folks. Big Bo here with another great diesel Class A motorhome value from Parkway RV Center. Folks, we've got a great selection of diesel motorhomes for under $50,000 right now. Probably the best selection we've ever had. 47 years in business, and of course we've got prices that you won't believe. Today we're going to look at a 1998 Fleetwood Discovery. I sell a lot of these Discovery, folks. These are very, very high quality motorhomes. They sell very well, and we try to pick up every Discovery we can. Of course, Fleetwood practically invented the motorhome. They've been around for over 60, 70 years, and well known in the RV industry of making a quality product. This is a Model A. It's 37 foot long. It's got probably in my opinion and many other diesel enthusiast opinions out there, it's got one of the best engines that Cummins ever built. That's the 275 ISB Cummins diesel. Folks, the ISB Cummins diesel just in motorhomes have got over 1 billion road miles on them. They've been around since the early 90s. They still make them today. And like I said, Cummins has got a great reputation of if it's not broke, why fix it? And that's why they still make the ISB today. 275 turbo. It's 275 horse. It's got the 6-speed push-button Allison, the Frieghtliner chassis. It's got all the right equipment because with the Frieghtliner chassis, you get air brakes and you get the air suspension. So this thing rides like a Lincoln Town car. I mean, just a great, quiet ride. In the front, you've got a 6500 Onan LP generator with less than 150 hours on it. Runs great. Folks, this is a nice motorhome for the price. I mean, I want you to really pay attention to the exterior. There's absolutely no delamination. The striping, the finish looks better than some of the 03s and 04 models I got out here on the lot. I've got the motor running. It's got a full heated basement. It's got 22.5-inch tires. I'm going to step back a little bit so you can hear me, folks. It's got the backup camera. I want you to look at the corners. There's no beat-up spots, no dents or dings. That's where most RVs are going to have damages, in the back corners where people back into stuff. This one has no damage at all. Like I said, just step back and look at the colors on this RV. I can't tell you the last time I've seen a 98 ball that looks as good as this one. And for all of you up north, it's got the twin furnaces. So you're set for year-round use, any time of weather. It's got double furnaces, so it's going to stay nice and warm inside. Even if it's minus 10 degrees outside, it's going to be nice and comfortable inside. Very, very well insulated coach, folks. Full pass-through storage. DSi Water Heater. The glass is perfect. There's no chips or dings. Folks, this motorhome's only got 82,000 miles. And as many of you know, folks, that's not even broke in for a diesel. This 275 Cummins, there's coaches running around with 700,000 and 800,000 miles on this 275 Cummins. So 83,000 miles, you can drive this motor home for 10 or 12 years and still not wear it out. I mean, that's the benefit of a diesel, is the longevity. This is something you can use for several years. You can pass it along to your kids or grandkids. I mean, it's that kind of motor home. I have no doubt in my mind, if you take care of this RV, it's still going to be on the road 20 years from now. That's just how well Fleetwood's built and how well the Frieghtliner and the Cummins diesel are built. It's just a great combination. Fleetwood with Frieghtliner and Cummins. You just cannot go wrong. Let's take a look inside this 37-foot A. Horsepower platform, aluminum frame. We step inside here, folks. Everything's original. The carpet, the upholstery, nothing's been changed out. I mean, really got some nice features, especially for a motorhome in this price range. Notice how quiet it is. That's the benefit of a rear engine diesel. You don't have the motor in the front, so you can actually carry on a conversation in the front when you're driving down the road with your passenger. Very comfortable flex steel captain's chairs. The real soft leather, really comfortable. They're power. Like I said, it's got the air brakes, the air suspension. It's got the dash fans. It's got the hydraulic leveler, so leveling it's just a push of a button. I mean, just got anything and everything you need up here. As you can see, the backup camera works. I know a lot of times those don't work, but this one does. It's got the heated power mirrors. The dash looks great. It's got a step cover that's comfortable for the passenger. TV overhead. It's got a manual point satellite dish. Look at the headliner, folks. There's no stains whatsoever on it. It's got that gable curvature roof, and that helps eliminate standing water, plus gives you a little bit better aerodynamics, so you get better fuel mileage. And folks, the ISB 275 Cummins is also known as one of the most fuel efficient diesel motors in the Cummins lineup. No warning lights on the dash. There's just a brake light on. That's because I've got the parking brake on, because I've got it sitting here neutral. 137 hours on the generator. Like I said, folks, you really can't fault this motorhome in any way. Everything looks good on the dash. Got the auxiliary starts. Got some really neat features too. You know, when I take mine out, I'm on the road a lot, so I always kind of pay a lot more attention to the cab comforts than most people do. And this is one of the things I wish mine had. It's got the beverage mate cup holders, and these are really cool because these are heated or chilled cup holders. And I'm talking about, folks, right now this one's on hot. It's well over 100 degrees. And the passengers got them too, and they'll chill a can of soda down to about 45 degrees. So really nice for keeping your coffee hot, your drinks cold. And something that you don't see in many RVs, I don't know why, but they both work. I've got them both on. This one's on chill, one's on heat. And they do a great job. You've got the CB radio. You've got the dash fans to help defrost your windshield in a hurry. Overhead storage, plenty of it. This unit's got twin ducted roof airs, so keeping it cool is not going to be a problem. And another thing I like about the Fleetwood Discovery is the quality of the material. I mean, you've got the soft leather seats, a real thick upholstered couch, Corian countertops, hardwood floors, hardwood cabinets. This is not a cheap grade motorhome by any means. But that's what I like about the Discovery. They've got really high quality, and you can buy them pretty reasonable like this one. And that's why people love them. That's why I like them, because these are nice coaches without having to go out and spend $70,000, $80,000 on a different brand of diesel pusher, or another used diesel pusher. You can get this one for $32,900, and it's just as well built as those that are $70,000 and $80,000. I mean, these things are over $150,000 new, so you can imagine the quality that goes into these. Good solid hardwood cabinetry, Corian countertops, the good solid surface countertops. I mean, the Corian sink covers, this is how thick they are. These things must weigh 10 pounds each, these sink covers. Of course, you've got the stove top, microwave, convection oven, so you still got an oven. You've got a table booth instead of table and chairs, so you can actually sleep up to 6 people in this RV. It's got the nice light fixtures, the fluorescent lighting. Again, they didn't, cheap out. They put the fantastic vent fan, and it's got the vent covers. It's got hookups for a washer and dryer in this cabinet, one of the combo units, and we do have those available, but it's got the factory shelving in it, so it's never had a washer and dryer in it. But that's one of those things, folks, that I have mixed feelings about, because I don't see the benefit of it unless you're a full-timer. Then you might want to have one, but just for weekend use or to use it a few weeks a year, to me, they're just more trouble than they're worth. But, if you need one, we stock them in our store. We have them. We'll give you a price on this thing with a washer and dryer installed. It's got the upgrade side-by-side two-way RV refrigerator freezer. It's got the built-in ice maker. Now, I've just had it on a little bit, so it's just starting to cool off a little. It's clean. Here's your controls, monitor panels, battery cutoffs, everything right here by the fridge. It has a built-in inverter, so you can power everything while you're driving down the road without having to run the generator. And that's probably why there's not many hours on the generator. Another nice thing about the Fleetwood Discovery is that this has 30 amp service. Most RVs like this have 50 amps. And for those of you that had 50 amp RVs, you know how it goes. You want to go on Memorial Day or 4th of July or a busy weekend to go camping, And in most campgrounds just don't have that many 50 amp spots. So you're having to get a 30 amp and you're having to adapt down. You can't run both your air conditioners at the same time on 50. So you really have to conserve your power. And plus, or if you do get a 50 amp spot, you have to pay extra for the 50 amp over the 30 amp. Fleetwood solved that problem years ago. They've got what they call a power shed system. And what this will allow you to do is run everything in the coach off 30 amp, even both air conditioners at the same time. What it does, and it does it several times a minute, it runs both airs and they alternate between fan and cool, so it doesn't overload your amperage. That's really a cool feature that I always liked about Fleetwoods. They work really well, and this allows you to still cool the entire RV off even when you just have 30 amp service, and you don't have to pay extra for 50 because you have all the benefits of the 50 for the price of the 30 amp campsite. So really a cool feature I wanted to point out about Fleetwoods, and this one in particular. Of course, it does have a 50 amp generator, so you won't need the power shed running generator, of course. Walk through bathroom, as you can see, it's got the glass surround shower, neo angle, and it's got a skylight. I mean, look around the, of course I know it's kind of dark right there, but no water stains at all around the slide out or the skylight. It's got a private water closet right across from that. Of course, it's got the China RV toilet. It's got storage over here. And let's see if I can get in here and show this to you. Got a nice little closet here for towels and soaps and all that stuff. You got a vent fan, plenty of lighting, and of course you got a solid wood door. I mean, that's not hollow, folks, like a lot of that solid wood. You got a solid sliding privacy door right here. And this is really cool, folks. I haven't seen this in many of these, but it's actually got almost a full walk-in closet that's cedar lined. So if you have a lot of clothes that need to be hung up, you cannot beat this for the room. And you can remove these holes, these rods too, if you don't need them. But it is cedar lined. That's another thing Fleetwood didn't have to do, but they spent the extra money to put cedar line in the closet. Got a nice bathroom. I like the frosted glass going back to it. And again, it's got a solid sliding door for maximum privacy if you want to separate the bedroom from the bathroom. It's got a TV. Now, folks, we're back here right now with the engine running. It's very quiet for what it is. It's got a Queen Island bed. Still has the original factory bed covers, blinds. It's got all kinds of storage in the back. It's got nightstands, reading lamps, mirrors, got everything you need, folks. And so of course your second air conditioner returns back here. They're both Coleman Mach air conditioners. I mean, folks, you can look this thing up and down, side to side. You're going to see probably one of the nicest 98 models on the market today, especially for this price. I mean, even the hardwood floors are real hardwood. Not the Pergo floors, but real hardwood. The carpet's all original upholstery. I mean, this is a 98 model, folks, and I'm sure you can go out and spend another $30,000, $40,000, get you one a couple years new, or maybe with a couple of slides. But I promise you, folks, for that 30, 40 grand extra you're going to spend, you're not going to get a better built unit than this 32.9 Fleetwood, even if you do spend more money. 80,000 miles. I mean, this thing's got literally hundreds of thousands of miles of life left to it. And it's safe to say you're probably never going to be able to wear this RV out. Only 32.9, folks, and while it lasts, I look for this one to sell very quickly, because this is probably, I would say, probably one of the nicest diesel motorhomes I've ever seen in this price range. For the amenities that you get, the quality construction of Fleetwood, you just can't go wrong. 32.9 will trade. We have financing available with approved credit. And folks, even though this is a 98 model, we can still get you a service contract on it, which is like an extended warranty. And that's a nationwide service contract, so you can take it to any dealer to get it fixed, not just a Fleetwood dealer, but you can take it to any dealer. Folks, if you're interested in this motorhome, give us a call, 706-965-7929. Evenings and Sundays, our sales number is 423-605-6747. You can visit our website, parkwayrvcenter.com. We've got over 120 used RVs in stock at any given time. Keep in mind, folks, we have some of the lowest prices in the United States, so we sell these things like crazy. I'm talking 15 to 20 a week on average, even during the winter time. But keep in mind that we buy 15 to 20 RVs a week. So our inventory is constantly changing. So if you don't see what you're looking for on the website, keep an eye on it. Save it to your bookmarks, your favorites, because chances are it's probably coming on there soon, and it's going to be for thousands less than anybody else. We're one of the oldest used RV dealerships in the country, folks. We've been in business for almost 50 years. We're a third generation, family owned and operated used RV dealer. Let me emphasize that, used. We don't sell new. We're not a corporate or a franchise dealer. We're right in the location we started out at over 47 years ago, right here in Ringo, Georgia. Folks, if you bought this motorhome and you drove it off a lot, you lost enough on it to pay for this one cash and still put about 10 grand in your pocket. I mean, figure about 30% loss the first 6 months you own a new RV. And when you're looking at $150,000, $200,000, that's a big chunk of change. So, folks, if you want to save money, do what smart shoppers do. Come here to the Southeast, get these nice southern motorhomes that haven't been up north. They haven't been down in Florida. That's why they're not faded and there's no rust on them, because, folks, the Southeast has got some of the best climate for RVs that you can find, because we don't have the extreme weather other parts of the country get. So if you buy a Florida unit, all the stripes are faded. The rubber roof's about shot on a Florida unit after a few years because of the intense weather. You get something from up north that's full of rust. That's one reason why people come from all over the country here to Georgia to buy RVs, because smart RV shoppers know they're going to get a lot nicer condition RV here in the Southeast than you are in other areas of the country, because of those facts that I mentioned. This is a nice southern unit. It's going to sell. We take trade-ins. We have great financing. We don't have any fees, and I can't emphasize that enough, folks. When you go to an RV dealer and they start adding dock fees and prep fees and dealer fees, you just need to get up and walk out, because they're ripping you off on that, and there's no telling what else they rip you off on. If you've ever bought an RV and you paid anything other than sales tax and the sales price, you need to go back to that dealer, demand your money back for fees. All those fees they charge you are 100% dealer profit, and they're completely unnecessary to purchase a used or new RV at Parkway RV Center, where we've been your family dealership for almost half a century. We're never going to charge you a fee of any kind. If you want delivery, folks, we can set you up with nationwide delivery. If you need a ride from the airport to here, we'll be glad to pick you up at Chattanooga, Tennessee Airport. Bring you back here during business hours, strictly as a courtesy. We have 2 or 3 customers flying every week, and they jump in their RV and drive it home. Have a great trip. And folks, plane tickets are cheap, fuel is cheap, so if you want to travel to save some money, travel here to Ringo, Georgia, because we're going to save you thousands, not just on price, but also on fees. And even after you fly in and drive this home, you're still going to be thousands of dollars ahead and get a nice southern RV to boot. Really no way to go wrong, folks. Our prices is why we've been here for almost 50 years. I don't have commission salespeople. I can't emphasize how important that is, because that means no pressure to buy. If you call us or email us, we're not going to bug you, folks. We're going to answer your questions. My salespeople get paid salary only. They get paid the same every week. It doesn't matter how many RVs we sell. It doesn't matter what we sell them for. They get paid the same. So there's no pressure to try to get you to buy. You can come to my lot and look. Everything's open. It's got a price on it. I don't have a prison yard like other RV dealerships where they have all their inventory behind an 8-foot tall fence that you cannot get into without a salesperson with a key. That's why you have to go through the sales office to even just look at RVs. Folks, we're not like that. You can drive your vehicle right up to whatever kind of RV you want to look at, get out and look at it, and it's up to you whether you want to talk to somebody or not. If you need help, all you got to do is come in the office, and one of our salespeople will be glad to help you. That no-pressure way of doing business is one reason why we've been here for almost 50 years. And another reason is our pricing and our customer service. It can't be beat. If you ever been to one of these big corporate dealerships, the one that sponsors NASCAR and has hundreds of RV centers all across the country, folks, you're in for a treat, because not only can we totally demolish their prices because we don't have their overhead. I mean, you're the one that has to pay for all that advertising on NASCAR, not them. They just pass the costs along to the customers with higher prices and higher overhead. But not only that, folks, but the difference in the customer service between us and them is like night and day. You're going to love it. Give us a call, folks. Drop us an email. Our email address is sales@parkwayrvcenter.com. Check out our ever-changing inventory on our website, parkwayrvcenter.com, and give us a call if we can help you. Thank you for watching.